Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited because today I'm getting ready to do a photo shoot to promote my upcoming makeup masterclass in Miami with celebrity model Miss USA Noelia Voigt. And I'm really excited for this masterclass because I think that one thing that I'm known for is that pageant glam. A lot of my winners have that signature LadyCode look when they get crowned on stage, and of course beauty queens are just known for having amazing hair and makeup. So I want to share all of my secrets with you at this makeup masterclass, but I also wanted to get ready with you to shoot this flyer because I'm doing a more like everyday, a little bit cleaner, more neutral look. So I wanted to show you guys how I got ready to shoot this flyer with you guys. And before we get started, of course, if you want to learn more about the masterclass in Miami, I would absolutely love to see you there. There are also options to have a meet and greet and a photo with Noelia Voigt. You will get a LadyCode certificate and of course a gift bag full of LadyCode goodies. So go ahead and check out all of the ticket options down below, and I would absolutely love to see you in Miami. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this look right here. Okay, so before I do anything, like I don't even put on primer, I start with my loaded brow butter, and I'm just using a little swoolie, and I'm gonna brush my brows backwards first against the direction of the hair just to fluff them up, and then I'm gonna comb them upwards. Sometimes I like to use the back of the spoolie and just really tack them down like that, and it makes them super flat and sleek looking. So for primer, I'm gonna mix these two. This is sunscreen. I love it so much. I found it on TikTok and I'm obsessed with the Nessa Myricks Yummy Skin primer right now. It makes your skin look like a baby. So first I'm going in with the sunscreen, and my eyebrows are still drying, so I'm not really like putting them on the brows, but I'm definitely getting under my eyes and just a little pass on my eyelids as well. Whatever's left on my hands, I'm just gonna pull it into my neck. And this is a sunscreen that works really well under makeup, so I just love how you can put makeup over it and it just looks so good. Okay, so now we're going in with the Danessa. Literally, I feel like I could just wear this on my skin and like you can just already see the glow. So just imagine how good it looks under makeup. I also have a couple bruises from Botox. I went to Peace Love Med. They did my crow's feet, my 11s, my usual forehead lines, a lip flip, which I feel like is definitely working because my lip is like so pouty. And we also did the dowel, which is like right here, and it's supposed to lift up your frown. So you can see that like my lips are perked up on the edges. I feel like it's really making my fillers more prominent, but I do like that cute little like pouty look that it's giving me. So hopefully once the makeup is on, the lip will be a little bit more neutralized. So now I'm using the LadyCode On Point Brow Pencil in the shade 1, which is light brown. I have been bleaching my eyebrows to match my blonde. I did one laser session to remove my microblading. It faded out to be really cute. I feel like it does soften everything a little bit, but now like my eyebrow hairs are still growing in black, which is like obviously my natural hair color. I do need to get my roots done, so please ignore that. But after bleaching my eyebrows and the microblading removal, I just feel like it just softens my overall look. So now I'm just gonna like fill in obviously the outside where I don't really have any eyebrow hairs, and I'm just outlining like mostly the bottom here. I do like that fluffy look right now, but just filling in where it needs a little more. Okay, I think I went a little bit too dark, but once the foundation and everything is on, hopefully it lightens up a little bit. I love this tone so much. Next, I'm using this LadyCode brush. I love it so much because it is pointy and super defining, so I'm gonna use it for concealer. I'm using Born This Way in the shade Swan, so it's super, super light, and I want to be extra light under my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna carve out the brows. I'm starting at the arch, and I'm just gonna carve out into the tail first and then pull in. And now I'm just gonna kind of like drag this down a little bit to start blending into the eyelids a little bit. Okay, now for the fun part, I'm gonna put on foundation. I'm using the LadyCode flat brush, and this is just a nice fluffy all over brush for foundation. So I never know like what color I am. It's just kind of like, let's find out. But I am going to use some concealer. I love mixing concealer with my foundation because I will always be a full coverage girly. So now I'm using the Born This Way concealer in the shade Cream Puff, and literally wherever I feel like I just need a little more coverage, honestly my whole face, I'm just gonna dot this on. everywhere. I think I'm gonna use the Stay Naked foundation. This is the shade 40 CP, and I think they discontinued this foundation. I'm super sad. Out of the pump, it looks a little bit light for me, so I'm gonna add in a little bit of the Born This Way Sand. Just a couple drops. I'm gonna blend this all on my face. So just tapping, going back and forth, and yeah, I just like full coverage, obviously. I'm just gonna use a little dot of cream blush, maybe 2 dots, and I'm just gonna push this into my skin with a fluffy brush. This brush is from Sephora. It is number 64. I do like it a lot. Okay, I'm gonna use these 2 concealers to just kind of sculpt and shapeshift. I'm gonna start with Silk Hourglass. I think the shade is called Silk, I'm not sure. Gonna press this into my skin. I just want to be a little bit brighter, probably right here on the inner corners, and also like out here, just to kind of I don't know what it does, but it makes me feel good. So little triangle here, I'm gonna pull it into the nose, out there. I'm also just gonna tap a little bit onto my eyelids around here where I want it to be a little bit more highlighted. Okay, last step before we get into the fun stuff like eyeshadow is the cream contour. I am still using this Lancome foundation stick. I just feel like foundation sticks work better than contour and highlight sticks. I've tried so many different bronzing sticks or whatever, and I always go back to foundation. It just has a little bit fuller coverage. I lose a lot of the cream bronzers and contouring sticks because once I start blending, they just kind of like taper out and it's not as defined, so. All right, I'm just tapping over everything one last time before I bake. I'm using the LadyCode RBF Resting Bake Face powder in the shade 2. I'm also just like powdering places where I get a little bit shiny or crease, and I'm just pressing that powder in to those areas. And of course, the most important step before going into eyeshadow is to mattify your eyelids. So I'm just dragging this across both eyelids. Since I'm giving away a new Makeup by Mario palette, it's the new one that he just came out with. If you want to learn about this giveaway, go ahead and tap the link below to get one of these yourself. But I think I'm going to use all of these matte colors so that you can see how you're going to use your new palette when you get it. I'm going to start with this shade here. I've noticed that these 2 are kind of my favorite colors, so I'm just going to use this one and go all up in the crease and outer corner. I love taking whatever's left on my brush and just dragging it all the way out into like the temples. It just does something to make your face look more snatched. I'm taking that exact same color and now I'm just gonna go on my lower lash line and just smoke her out. I'm gonna go into this brown color right here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and like lift the outer corners of my upper eyelids just by taking like a little diagonal line and like pulling up. This palette does have fallout, as you can see, but I do like the cool tone shades of it. Okay, the LadyCode Winter Doll palette is one of my absolute favorite palettes, and I do love like every neutral color in here. As you can tell, it's been used and loved a lot. I'm gonna use the shade Hot Chocolate because I just need a little something to add a little bit of depth in my crease. So I'm gonna use this color right here with the LadyCode brush from the 15-piece brush set. And you can see that it is a nice blending crease brush. So I'm just gonna soften the edge of this line that I just created, and I'm gonna buff it out and also up. Okay, so I actually have 2 of these brushes because I love them so much. So it's like that first pencil flat type brush that we started out with. This one I use for powders and mostly dark powders. I love the black shade from my influencer palette, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that because there's very minimal fallout and the color is so pigmented. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just reinforce this just by tapping along that black. I'm also just cleaning up like the line to make sure it blends nicely into my eyeline. With my brown NYX retractable eyeliner pencil, I'm just gonna go ahead and just like line the inside of the top of my eyelids And also just a little bit of smoking out on the lower lash line. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit of definition down here. I'm using the shade Aspen from the Winter Doll palette just to blend out that line that we just made on the lower lash line. Okay, I had some black eyeshadow left on this brush because I totally had nothing to wipe it down on, so I risked it all. It got a little bit too dark on the lower lash line, but whatever, I just have to live with my decisions. I think I'm done with the eyes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and brush off all of the bake. I'm gonna do my mascara and my lashes and probably my lips off camera because I'm actually running late now, so I'm gonna do everything and I'll be right back. I just had to jump on here because I have to say how much I absolutely love this mascara. It is the L'Oreal Lash Panorama, and it just like makes your lashes look so incredible. This is just after one coat, and I feel like it makes such a big difference. Also, I totally forgot blush, but again, I'm going back to the LadyCode Winter Doll palette, and this shade, Ski Boots right here, is like the cutest pink blush color. So if you're going for that like super feminine coquette look, this is the color to just really make your cheeks look super feminine and pop. Okay, my lashes are on. Just to add a flawless finish, I'm going into that One Time I Went Blonde, which is this yellow shade in the LadyCode Snatched palette. This is really like a filter for your skin, so it just kind of smooths and mattifies and makes your skin look so flawless. Like, it's literally a filter. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I am super late, but make sure that you guys enter my giveaway, which is linked down below. And if you're interested in attending this makeup masterclass with me and Miss USA, go ahead and click that link down below for more information. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in Miami for my makeup class.